Okay, hello guys, and welcome to the DevByte. Okay, let me see how many viewers are there. There are six live viewers. That's nice. Let others join in first, then we will begin the stream. Okay, yes, if you are watching, please drop a like down there. Ishan Bakshi, hello. Okay, there's some issues with the audios, I guess. Hello. Okay, hi at the Ditto. Abhishek Prasad, hello. Payal Sarkar, Farhan Akhtar, Sans Music. Hello everyone. Okay, hello Mohit Prasad. 9 live viewers. Nice. I want to tell you guys something. Just got a notice from WB government about our exams. Okay, what's it? Bholanath Sarkar, hello. Go Corona. Corona go. Nice, nice. 11 live viewers right now. Okay, I'm repeating that once again. While you are here, please drop a like on the video. It would help us get more viewers right now. I haven't gone through it yet. Okay, no issues, Ditto. We will check out on that later. But I am assuming I'll get an L. Ah, that's sad. You may get an F as well. Yeah, Bholanath Sarkar dropping an F right there. Okay, so it's 5:07 p.m. And so we were here for Android application development because this thing is called Android Saturdays with the DevByte. Now, let's begin. So basically, everybody knows that Android is one of the most popular platforms in the smartphone world right now, and is one is that OS which has the largest user base right now. So if you're an app developer and you're willing to reach millions of users with your app, then Android is for you. That's something for sure. And Android is open source, so it's free for everyone to develop. Yeah. Okay. And there are a lot of there's not much stuff one needs to know when starting with app development. You don't need to be a huge coder or something like that. All you need is just a little bit of basic programming skills and you'll be good to go. Like, yeah, you need to know like what are programming languages you but that's okay pretty much. Yeah, so we are gonna now begin with Android app development. So the first thing we need to do is to get Android Studio on your computer. That would be a separate live stream or a separate video. I'll do that later for you guys. And wait, I'm opening Android Studio right now. If you do not have Android Studio set up on your computer, no issues. We will do that later in a separate video, but at least you can learn something from here right now. So Rajit De, hello. Atanu Saha bro, hello. That's nice. Ayan Dev, hare bro. Hi there. Setup will be provided separately in documentation. Yeah, you're right. Bhagwan Fernandez, hello right there. Chup ho ja. Nahi. Yeah, sorry, my computer is extremely laggy. Can't do shit. I have i3 7th generation. Is Android Studio good? Cannot guarantee. Yeah, it's gonna lag for sure. The recommended setup for Android Studio is i5 8th generation and around 8 gigs of RAM and a decent graphics card. I have those recommended sets and my computer is lagging right now. Okay, let that's an old project. Yeah, here we go. Welcome to Android Studio. So the version I'm running is version 4.0. You can start with any older version as well, but not below 3.6. Okay, so we are gonna start a new Android Studio project. I have i7 7th generation. That's nice. मेरे लैपटॉप में कर ले आके दे जा. Congratulations on your live stream. All the best. Thanks, Ayan Dev. Okay, so we are gonna begin with a new Android Studio project. Select the project template. There are many pre-built templates for your apps right there. Basic activity, bottom navigation activity, empty activity, and a lot of further activities for you to begin with. Yeah, there is no activity as well, but we are not gonna begin with that. We are gonna choose empty activity. There is a lot of stuff you can begin with: Wear OS, TV, automotive, Android things, but we are not into that much now. We are gonna start with empty activity on a phone. Next, my application. Uh, I have a hell lot of my applications, so I'm gonna name it my application one. Of course, you can choose from many other different names. Save location. That's the default location where Android Studio stores your projects. Language Java. Java and Kotlin are the two options supported by Android right now, and I have a lot better base in Java than I have in Kotlin, so I'm gonna begin with Java. So Java is selected right there. Minimum SDK, API 16 and Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. Vijit Sahar dropping red hearts right there. Thank you. Ah, API 16 Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. Minimum SDK denotes the minimum version of Android which your app is gonna support. So I prefer Android 4.1 Jelly Bean because I do not need to make such whole lot of complex apps which require new features. But still it's okay. Use legacy Android support libraries, we don't need it right now. And yeah, you can see that on 4.1 we can run on around 99.8% of the devices. Because most of the users of Android don't get any updates. That's a sad part which manufacturers don't care about. More on that later. Let's finish this right here. अभिषेक प्रसाद भाई का नाम नहीं लिया शुरू में कई बार लिया था भाई anyway the project is loading let's keep waiting until my laggy computer fixes things up tip of the day the most fuck all part in Android Studio let that be okay let's wait for the Gradle build to finish then we will start on the stuff on the actual coding stuff to be honest let the Java code be I'll explain it in a few seconds or a few minutes depending on how much time the Gradle build takes. Android is lob. Yeah, that is for sure. तेरा कंप्यूटर भी तेज है जैसा है हाँ भाई है क्या कर सकते हैं खरीद के दे दे भाई, तू ही नया दे दे. Until this shit stops revolving, I can't do anything. Let that end. Bro, sing your favorite song. I can't. This is a technical stream, not an off topic one. Okay. So this shit is finally finished. Let's begin. App. Yeah, this folder contains all the necessary stuff required for the app to function, many different codes and hell lot of stuff. Manifests. And within that directory, we find the Android manifest.xml file. Okay, this Android manifest.xml. Sorry for my laggy speech. Yeah. So Android manifest.xml. This file contains all the necessary codes required for the app to start and other such necessary information. For example, which screen will be displayed first, and what is gonna be the next, what will be the permission required, and what's gonna be the next screens and stuff like that. And there's a lot to it. Java. Java within it the package name. This is the package name we see right there. You can see on the Java code right here and main activity.java. Yeah, this file contains all the stuff required for the app to function. The brains and basically your app comes to life with this code, main activity.java. In case you're using Kotlin, that's gonna be main activity.kt. Okay, coming to these Android test and test folders, we don't need them right now. We're gonna check them out later. REST. REST stands for resources. So the resources required for your app. And drawable contains the images and layout. Drawable basically contains the images and icons and stuff. As of now, there is nothing right here much. Layout. Activity main.xml. Layout contains the layout of the screen which would be displayed to you first. As you can see, as I clicked on the activity main.xml, here you can see the first screen of the app, or basically that's the only screen of the app to be honest. And this is what is going to be displayed on that. So activity main.xml is basically the design part of the app, and main activity.java is the functionality aspect. Web developers try to call it front end and back end, but nothing like that exists here. Anyway, map, not needed right now. Values. Values basically contains other resources such as colors, the strings needed in your app, the text displayed in the app so that it can be translated. Styles.xml contains the themes, and that's it for the directory parts. And Gradle scripts. This contains some other files required for your layout or other stuff to work. In case you are adding some other third-party libraries or anything, then you're gonna touch the Gradle scripts folder. Or and if you're not doing so, it's okay. Here over in activity main.xml, you can see a lot of stuff right here. Let me explain them one by one to you. Palette. The palette contains all the different widgets which you can drag and drop or perform stuff with. For example, text view. This is the text view right here, and we are gonna delve deeper in what does this do and how can it be edited. What is this constraint layout and shit. And main activity.java, I've explained it before. Okay. So let me tell you a little basics about Android. Any user element which is to be displayed on the screen are called views. So that's why a text is called a text view, an image is called an image view, a scrollable view is called a scroll view, and so on. Any user element to be displayed on the screen is a view. And constraint layout, and there are many different kinds of layouts in which we can arrange these views. Layouts are basically groups of views and a specific arrangement of them, and these are the attributes of that specific view. For example, here we can see text, hello world. I'm gonna edit it to mm, hello the dev byte, and when I press enter, boom, hello the dev byte. The text is a little bit smaller. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Text size, and here we can see a drop down menu appears, so you can directly edit all the attributes of that specific view from here, or you can do it the other way, which I'm going to explain in a few seconds. The default text size is 14 sp, and wait, 25 sp. Here the text is a little bit bigger. Here we go. uh Let me see the comments right now. Future of Android dev. uh in what in what context to be low cost Android app with best norm for better performance? What the hell is going on right here? Got 60 subs, make it 100, guys. Congratulations. Dipta Kamandal, hello. Are you not going to manually code the XML file? Well, we can do that stuff right here, or we can code it right here as well. Here you go. If I make changes here, you can see them here as well. Let me close this attributes tab right here. Okay. Uh, Constraint layout is a little bit too complex for us right now. I'll begin with the relative layout. Yeah, and that's a good part about Android Studio right there. It auto completes the code for us. Let me remove all these are of no use in relative layout. Yeah, as you can see, hello DevByte came from center to the top. Let me center it for you right now. Hmm. Oh, center horizontal. No, it would be center parent. Yeah, it's in the center again. Okay, so every view has some attributes. We're gonna check them out one by one. The layout width and layout height. As you can see, there is a border around that. That's basically the area occupied by the view or the layout, whatever it is. Wrap content. Wrap content denotes that all the content on this is gonna be wrapped around the content inside it. So it would occupy the same space as whatever it is written. For example, hello to the byte it is, and let me select a random viewer from this. Let's see. Yeah, ditto. I want that autocomplete feature in my interview. Lol. Anyway, ditto is one of the most active commenters right here. So let's see. Let's give him a shout out. Hello, ditto. See, as you saw, because it's wrap content right here, the size of the layout changed to match this. Um, in case I give something else here, there is there's this guy called Jeet Saha. Hello, Abhijit Saha. Uh, and yeah, most of my viewers will get angry, so let's give a shout out to all of them. Hello, viewers. Anyway, this demonstrates how wrap content works. And match parent right here denotes that it will occupy the area of the parent layout. And in case there is no parent layout, it's gonna be the whole screen. So Let's say I change this to match parent, and here you go. It occupies the area of the whole screen, but not the area, sorry, the height of the whole screen. And let me change that to app content once again, right there. Yo, and that's how that works. And this is all the necessary stuff, namespaces, declarations, and other stuff required for that. And we will explain them a little bit later. So that's for layouts for now. And yeah, let me demonstrate to you how to create another one and how to arrange them. So there are two methods to make a text view. You can use any one of them. I'll prefer hard coding them. So text view, wrap content because it doesn't occupy much area. Text, it's gonna be the dev byte because why not? Text size, let's keep it 25 for now, and let's put it below the hello viewers. Yeah, that's the best part about. Oh yeah, we need an ID. Let's give this an ID of let's say hello viewers. We can name it anything. It's not necessary that we want to call it by the content stored in it. I just randomly named it Android ID hello viewers. So it's now below it. Let me center it for you. Yeah, that's the best part about Android. The attributes are very visible and very understandable. See, text, it's gonna be a text displayed inside a text view, text size, ID is basically something you can call it as a variable name used in other languages. And center and parent, center horizontal, center vertical, it does what it says basically. That's the best part about Android. I love right there. You can directly configure most of this stuff. Yeah, there are a lot of stuff to be not understood well in the first attempt, but that's okay. So let's now move on to the Java code. Package name, this one, I say it right here. Import Android X app compat activity. So app compat activity is sort of the thing that makes backward compatibility possible with the stuff. So for example, you are running it on a version Android 5.0, but it would also run on Android 4.1 because of this. This helps backward compatibility of most of the features of your app with older versions. It was and Android X is the new name they use for support libraries. Android OS bundle, yeah, that's the Android OS bundle that helps things work in Android environments. And here we go to the main part. Main activity extends app compat activity. App compat activity I explained right now. Main activity is just like that main method we use in most of the programming languages. This contains the code of the activity. So that's gonna be name of the class. If you name it some other activity, it's gonna be some other activity right here. And let's come to this part on create. Okay. Uh, on create. This is the method which is called when the activity is created. Like for example, when you launch an activity or something like that, this will be the method which will be called first. And it takes a bundle saved instance state. I don't know what's that right now. I'll explain that to you guys later. Okay, so override. It basically means that there is a pre-written code for this onCreate method, which is to be called in the memory, and we are adding our own stuff to this. So the actual on create method, which actually helps the activity to be created, it's gonna be called, and then the code we write here is gonna come into play when the app is created. Super.on creates saved instance state. Saved instance state basically means that if there is a saved or a cached state in the memory, it's gonna launch the app from right there. Rockstar Babaji, thanks for supporting. Thank you. And yeah, set content view r.layout.activity main. Yeah, this is the important part right there. This determines what layout is to be displayed. In case you have another layout, you can do it with that. You can set this thing to that layout name, and it would still work. So in case you got some other XML file, you can use it here right here without writing a separate code for it. For example, for similar layouts and stuff like that. Okay, as I explained, views are all the stuff that we can access from this app, and views are basically any UI element to be displayed. I'm forgetting what I said. Sorry for that. Anyway, so let us run the app right here. So Pixel 2 API 29, that's actually the emulator which we need to be called. I love Pixel 3 is more. Okay. So this green button will run your app. In case you have a physical device, you can use that as well. And in case you don't have, Android Studio by default comes with emulators which help you to do that. Okay. Let me do that for you guys right there, and you will see that this stuff appears on the app when it's launched. It's gonna take a lot of time because AVD lags a hell lot on my computer. Sorry about that. You guys gotta wait. Let me interact with you guys. Bhagwan Fernandez, yo. Yo, emulator only work for machines with Intel CPU, right? Bro, mine one is an emulator. Caustic Chatterjee. Your command is loading just like my emulator right there. It's gonna take some time, guys. Can't do shit about that. Okay, my Pixel is booted up right now. The virtual Pixel, to be honest, I don't have a Pixel. I can't afford that. That's sad. No, that stuff is waiting to boot up so that the app finally runs. I guess the actual Pixel doesn't lag that much. Okay, so as we can see, the app is loaded, and here we can see hello viewers, the dev byte. Okay, let me explain you guys another feature real quick. In case you gotta push some changes right here. In case you gotta say hello viewers to hello developers, and if you push this button, it won't require a fresh reinstall. It would push the changes right here directly. Let me show you guys how. If only this Gradle builder runs fast enough. The changes are being applied right now, and the activity will relaunch. Yo, here we go. Hello developers. So that's also a really good feature of Android, that if you have not changed any resources or any views have been added or something like that, you can directly push your changes to your app without requiring a fresh reinstall. And so that's it for now. So if you guys got any questions, drop down in the comments. Will you show us some Java? Uh, yes, sure. Why not? Okay. So that was quest. I'm gonna show you how the Java code works. In the Java code, we can access the views as objects. And if you don't know what objects is, um you can simply suppose that it's a kind of variable type right here. So text views are also objects, and views, buttons, image views, or any UI elements that you can access can be accessed here as objects. Let me show you real quick how. So I'm gonna make a text view right here. Text view. Let's suppose we're gonna check out that hello viewers one. What was it named? Uh, it was named hello viewers, but we can set any other name as well. So I'm gonna name it hello is equal to find view by ID. R for resources, because obviously it's it's defined in the layout, which is a resource dot id dot hello viewers, and I need to cast this stuff to a text view. Yeah. So let me explain what I wrote right here. So I declared a text view named hello, and find view by ID basically searches the whole layout, or basically all the resource folders for this ID which I have specified right here, hello viewers, and returns the corresponding view. And there is a view variable as well, and so in case we can't directly access a view with a text view, we need to cast it first. So we cast it to a text view right here. Okay, so we can set the text from here as well. So hello dot set text, subscribe to TheDevByte. Yeah, why not? Because this gives us promotion and helps me explain features as well. And again hot pushing the changes. Let's see what happens. Yo, the activity has been relaunched and the change is being pushed. Subscribe to the TheDevByte, please. Will you show some make a button which will change the text into themes? Yeah, that's gonna be a project we can do anytime later. Samir Lam, hi there. Kaushik Chatterjee, slow mo on. Sorry, bro, can't do stuff. Android Studio consumes a lot of resources and my PC does not have a lot of resources right there. Okay, so let me revise all that I explained right now real quick, beginning from the app. App contains basically all the stuff in your module, all the stuff in your app. Manifests contains permissions, icons, and which activity to be launched first and other relevant information to the app. Java contains the Java code. In in the folder by the package name, which in case is com.s090.myapplication1, because I named my application1, it's gonna be the main activity. And that's the Java code for my activity. Android test and test, we don't need them right now. Oh, sorry for that. Okay, anyway, Java generated, we don't need to touch that right now. Res is the resources folder. This drawable folder contains all the image resources which you can use in your files, in your app, which we will see about in the later live sessions. Layout contains the activity layout which you will see on your device. Like, as you can see, um, let me expand this thing. Activity main.xml. See, uh, yeah, because we have set the text from main activity.java, so the views have a certain discrepancy in them, but otherwise they're mostly the same because the Java code is not called in the activity main. They are not linked yet. Anyway, map, let that be for now. Values, this contains the code for style elements, design elements, stuff like that. Colors, the app colors. So if I want, I can change the title bar color from right there. Strings contains the string resources to be used in the app. So the text you see is translated via these files in the strings.xml. You can pass the strings as a key value pair, which I will explain in later live sessions. Styles contains the themes of the app. Gradle scripts contains all the relevant startup info, and in case you are using some third-party libraries, which we will obviously include in the upcoming live sessions, it is used for stuff like that, but we don't need to touch that right now. Okay, relative layout is a kind of layout, and as I said, layout is a collection of views. Basically, layout is something in which we can position the views as per our needs. So relative layout is something in which layouts are positioned relative to each other. For example, below, above, which you saw right there. Layout width match parent. It occupies the whole screen area because it doesn't have a parent. Anyway, text view, a view which contains text, and let me explain real quick. All the UI elements are called views. So we are gonna refer to everything in our app as views from right there. Even a button is a view, and since everything is called view, you can see why most of the UI elements have got a view right there. Text view, image view, recycler view, scroll view, and stuff. Layout width and layout height. Yeah, the width and height occupied by the view, and that's wrap content. That means it would occupy the same area as occupied by the text or any matter inside of it. Text hello developers right here, but we have set that different to the Java code. Text size, yeah, that's the text size. SP is basically a unit of text size. We will see it later in the upcoming lives how that works. Okay, Android ID is basically a name given to this view so that we can use it in our Java code or any code later. Center and parent means it's directly centered in the parent screen. As you can see, this is exactly centered right there. And this one is also the same. Layout below, that means it's gonna be positioned below this. Center horizontal means it's gonna be centered horizontally. Okay. XML is a lot like the HTML codes, as you can see right there, an opening tag, a closing tag, and stuff like that. And you can also edit the design from right here without delving into the XML code at all. We're gonna see that later as well, but I prefer that you go by the code view because that helps understand the view in better context. Anyway, main activity.java. This is the package name right here. As you can see, these and these are the same. App compared activity used for backwards compatibility of your app so that most of the features can be ported back to other stuff, because older versions of Android don't support much stuff which the newer ones support. OS bundle used for you know basically anything that the OS requires. Text view, it has been imported right here so that we can use this object. Anyway, main activity, pretty much the same as what we saw in the main classes and stuff. And main activity basically contains the code for this activity. If this activity was named something else, you would call this something else. Sorry for that. Mistakenly pressed Windows. Anyway, app compiled activity I explained right now. On create, let's come back on this once again. So on create is the method which is called when the activity is created. So for example, if you launch this activity first, the on create method will be called. Saved instant state basically means any state of the app saved in the memory or the cache. So super.onCreate, it inherits the method from the predefined ones, and override basically means that we are adding our own code to it. As you can see, this text to hello and stuff like that, it has been added to the existing onCreate method. We can change that code, the existing one as well, but we will see it later. Anyway, set content view basically links the layout to this Java code so that we can access its components and stuff from here. Text view hello, we instantiated a text view as an object right here, called it hello, and find view by id returns a view with this id. R stands for resources id, you know what it is, and hello viewers is the text view id. As you can see, right here is hello viewers id, hello viewers, and hello.setText subscribe to the devbyte. So, and hello developers is right here, but as I mentioned, on create is to be called, so this code will be executed and it will set the text to subscribe to devbyte. And yeah, while you are here, please subscribe as well. So that's it for now. So if you guys got any questions, drop down in the comments, and yeah, please subscribe to our channel, and the social links are dropped in the description right there. Nice, bro. Thanks. Pajanya Aditya Shukla. Hi there. So if anybody of you got some questions regarding what I explained right now, you can drop down in the comments. I'll answer them for you. Difference between SP and PX. Yeah, that's a good one. SP stands for scale independent pixels. So in Android devices come in various different form factors, screen sizes and stuff. And so different manufacturers have different screens, different phones have different screen sizes. So for a consistent look among most of the devices, we use SP, scale independence, and also user settings also affect that stuff. So scale independent basically refers that it would not be affected by that stuff basically. And in case I specify it in PX, it's gonna look differently across different devices. It may look like this here, it may not look like that in some other device or even my device. So that's why we use SP, so that it has a pretty much consistent look across most of the devices. Any more question, guys? Sends me the, oh, what's that? Let me see the comments. Okay, I didn't know YouTube has a different set of emojis than normal. Thanks right there. Okay, so that's it for right now, guys. So this is it from Sanskar from the DevByte. And yeah, while you are here, DevByte is a community of developers, be it app development, be it web development, be it machine learning. You can find all kinds of members in all the streams. And yeah, we are gonna help you out in case you need any help. And we have our social links in the description down there. So while you are there, please join. Okay, that's it. Ending the stream. Yo, goodbyes. Goodbye, good evening, and happy coding.